So, holiday season of 2023. We start off in the laboratory, and we have the laboratory little childhood Christmas tree here that I've had for decades now. It's probably about 40 years old now, and I had a video of this little guy, of rehabbing him to the current configuration of classic incandescent tulip or flower type white stringer. There's a stringer of 100 in there. And glass balls. These are 1-inch glass balls. And of course, there's 14 flicker flame candles that have all been carefully placed in the tree to hide the wires and stuff like that. And you'll have to forgive my slow focusing because I have to do this manually because the autofocus completely sucks, which is normally the case for all cameras trying to shoot lights in the dark. So hopefully more iris is more better, especially with Christmas lights. So there's about 50 of them little 1-inch glass balls on there, and of course I've already mentioned the rest of the stuff. Of course, the tree topper is a single flame angel. Very nice. So it's going to be going through its first official season. I had this lit last year for right around Christmas time. I think it was the 23rd or 22nd or 23rd when I first lit this. So I didn't get the entire holiday season in burning. So very nice. And of course, the concept I had took the ideas and went with the big tree. So we'll go check out the big tree out now. So we'll flip over the segment. So now we're out in the 2023 Balsam Hill, the 7-footer that I've took the concept of the little laboratory tree and brought it to the big one. So this is the first time and since 2012 that I've actually upgraded or updated this tree. So when I updated it, of course, I put the 2.4-inch glass balls on it, and I got all the colors. I got red, I got green, I got blue, I got gold, I got silver, I got turquoise, I got purple, pink, and turquoise and purple and all the colors, and copper. All the colors. And I even got the handmade ones that I custom made myself with hairspray and glitter. So they're scattered all about, along with the traditional M&Ms, when they used to really sell it to the stores hot and heavy in the candy aisle, the little tubes of candy M&Ms, peanut variety, the regular chocolate ones. You got the little ornament on top, or you got the little toy set. It was usually the train sets and stuff like that. So they're all on here. Made plenty of room for them. There's, of course, with a Balsam Hill, you got plenty of candles to hang ornaments off and stuff like that. And then the other upgrades that I did with this, and I had a previous video after Christmas, is I bought all them holiday time candles. So all them LED stringers. Of course, I don't know what it looks like on camera, but in person, all the candles got like a champagne color, which is quite nice. It's even a nice contrast with the candle LEDs of the tree. So there's 2 sets of them on there. And of course I ditched that corny little 6 hours on, 18 hours off thing, and I put the a regular LED 24 volt transformer to power them candles. And since that transformer is able to vary the voltage, I knocked the voltage down by a couple of volts. So I'm only running these candles about 22 volts, 21 volts, so should extend the life of them by considerable amount. And then there's the memory of Christmas past ornament there of the former tree that used to stand its ground in this spot. So there's a couple of remnants that were left. Them little tulip flower incandescents and a couple of sprigs. Of course, it's the same sprigs as the laboratory tree, so that was a bigger version. So that was a 7-footer. This one's a 7-footer too. So a very nice upgrade for 11 years. Because usually it was just the trees and the lights, and then the M&M ornaments and a few other little tchotchke ornaments that were always placed. So it was time for an upgrade, and the tree looks absolutely fantastic. And of course, we got Mr. and Mrs. Santa down here. So these guys are about 30, 35 years old, and they're still running. These little figurines. So these came from a store called McQuarrie's. Of course, McQuarrie's has long been dysfunctional and out of business for decades now. So that's where these two come from. And of course, Mrs. Santa, she had a little episode with a fur baby, and she lost her glasses to a fur baby. So she's a little short-sighted. But if you never knew that she had glasses, you would be like, well, that's normal. But she used to have glasses. There's another one of my little glitter homemade balls. There's another one over here hanging. And all the other little high-end ornaments that I got over the years, like that Santa and reindeer in a sled. Got a couple of lighted up ornaments that we used to get from Hallmark. Got the fish in the aquarium. Then we got this little fancy Santa Claus. Then there's the 1992 Hallmark ornament, little mouse in his boot. Of course, we got the bird feeder. On the backside, there used to be a blue jay, but he fell off one year. I never found him. So we got 2 cardinals feeding. And then we got the cat all tangled up in the wires and the lights. So this one used to flash, but the flashy wore out, burned out. So I opened it up and converted it to an LED. To keep the little guy alive. And some of these M&M ornaments, they used to have some of them used to light up when if you pushed the little button. Like I think this one at one time was a light up one. Yeah, there's a little button in the back. Of course, it don't light up anymore because the battery's dead. Of course, got another one of my little glitter light balls. There's one up there. Another one up there. Very nice. So now we'll go out and go visit the big stuff outside. So we'll start off with the Green Giant Arb. Pretty much the same stuff as last year, except for the ball on top. Of course, the tree got a little bigger, and I had to add a couple of more RGB strips, but they don't match, so it kind of knackers the whole thing. So it does all kinds of weird things. So I got to find matching strips to have this guy working as it should be. Because you can tell which is the different strips because it goes from red and green doing weird things to green now. So them two strips are not like the others. And it's all the controller chip on the strips that's taking the data and it's translating it to its own criteria. Then when it passes it on, sometimes it locks up the rest of the strips. But I haven't been able to find the strips that I bought them from. But it'll be fixed next year. So even with the oddity, it still looks like a good looking tree. Of course, this one got upgraded itself. Of course, I used to have the little M5 strobes on this one, so they got confused. I got confused and put them on the wrong tree. And so this one got dedicated with little twinkles from top to bottom. So this one's a little sparse. It needs some more lights because now that it's getting denser and denser, it's easier to put more lights on this one. So we'll fix that for next year. I got plenty of lights in boxes because commercial LEDs don't go bad. And then the other little upgrade is, of course, my concept of red and white for the icicle lights. So they all look pretty good. Of course, I got a manual focus for everything because the autofocus does not work for nighttime shooting. So that was the only big change for this particular area, is to change the C7s to the awesome flex filaments. And of course, I had a video on rehabbing this little guy with the ice white and amber. In my homemade Trippy Drippies. So now for the star of the show, they got all new RGBs and all its M5 strobes. So here's the control center for the whole thing. Going through all its, there you are. Going through all 300 of its patterns and settings. Of course, the big honkin' power supply. 30 amp. And if I set this tree to 100% power and put it on white, believe me, it uses all 30 amps. So it's pretty bright right now, and believe it or not, it's only running at 50% power. So lots of speckles, lots of flashing. This thing looks awesome. Of course, I think I had a video of showing some GB40s, fairy RGBs I was going to put on here, but I never put them on for this year because the weather started getting wacky, getting cold to fuss around with this stuff. So probably next year I probably won't put them on the big tree. I might put them on this little one to give it a little pop. Just so, because this one is so busy, you would never be able to see them little GB40 fairy lights on this one. Because you can't even tell that, if you look real hard, you can see the regular C7's color change. So hopefully the more iris, more better makes the Christmas lights look a lot better. It made a huge difference when I did the homemade solar lanterns compared to the regular lens that I had. See what happens when you got two different strips? This thing don't know what to do. Which is fascinating to watch because it's like flickering and flashing and doing all kinds of weird things. But we'll fix that for next year. Once it changes its pattern, sometimes it resets itself. And then we got all the solar lights that I bought earlier this year. They're all doing their thing. See, now it reset. So now it'll act normal for a little while. Got all the nice little warm white and cold white path lights. Of course, they're not going to come on until all this other stuff shuts off at night. And then my only competition is up the street. Of course, I won't be able to zoom in, but right in the center of your picture, that's the competition. So that's it for this video of Christmas 2023 with more Iris, more better. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.